Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to Be My Guest. Today we have from Kent, Connecticut, we have an author who features horses, and her latest book is called, well, one of the latest ones, Volume 3, For the Love of the Horse. Did you design the cover?
I helped a friend design it. We did together. She's a
Absolutely wonderful. And I like the back. The back looks like a Royal British carriage drawing with the horses.
That is actually Chester Weber. He's from Florida, and he's the top driver in this country, and so that's him with his team. So he competes internationally all over the place.
Well, now, I didn't know that she had a Volume 1 and a 2, and you now have a Volume 4.
There's a 4, too.
But this is 3. The blue. A lot of authors, and this is a wise choice, are choosing blue. It stands right out.
Well, thank you.
It gets your attention. So Anne Jamieson is an author. Now, when did you start writing your books about the horses?
I think it was 2006.
Wow. So you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
And where have you been appearing?
In libraries and at the Big E and Equine Affair and horse shows. I did the Washington International Horse Show. That was really cool.
How about the Big E?
Yeah.
Was that this year or before?
Well, we used to, I belong to Connecticut Authors and Publishers, and we used to have a booth at the Big E.
Yeah.
So I would always do the book signing there. And that was really fun. But we had this really nice space and then they cut us down to this tiny space. And
really?
Yeah,
how many authors were there?
There used to be, I think, 3 at a time in shifts. And
you would love the one in Rhode Island, annually?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, it's the Rhode Island Authors Expo.
Oh, cool.
Every December. I think they had to skip one recently, but they came back again this year. And it's held in, it was in one of Cranston, but I'm not sure if they've moved it. It is humongous. Mm-hmm. You walk in there and it's like wall to wall, different genres.
Wow.
I walked in and I'm not usually overwhelmed by that, but I was like, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to meet everybody.
Yeah, right. Yes.
But once it gets out that, well, Jan's here from the show, all of a sudden, oh, hi. You come over and see me, Now,
That's
this
good.
is adorable. How long ago did you start writing? 2006, was it? 2006. What made you decide to do it?
Well, I'm a horse show judge, and people would always tell me stories about horses. Like whoever I was working with, they'd start telling me stories about horses. Yeah. And for 5 years, I was like, well, somebody should write those down. Those are good stories. Sure. And then finally, I was like, something must be telling me it's me that's supposed to be writing them. Yeah. So I was writing for magazines, and I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be telling these stories.
What magazines were you writing for?
Oh, Today's Equestrian for a long time, and then that one went under. And now the Plaid Horse I write for, and I write for Untagged.
Yeah. Besides writing, what do you have a job other than that, or is this it?
Well, and judging.
And judging.
Yeah.
That's good. Where do you go? All over New England for that?
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to a horse show. I've seen them, I think, on television.
Uh-huh.
My favorite kind of horse is what do they call it? Oh, a mini horse?
Yep.
Not a pony, but littler.
Right.
I mean, it looks like a huge
horse.
basset hound. They have a farm and a horse stable up in Grafton off of Route 140. Every time I would go by there, I would see this adorable mini horse.
They are cute.
And we finally stopped and went over to talk, and the owner said, well, she has a nasty temper. I'm like, what? Is that true with mini horses?
Some of them, yeah.
She looks so adorable.
Yeah, well, some are really cute and cuddly, and some are not so much.
I don't think an adult could ride like a pony.
No, I mean, I shouldn't say a small adult could ride a large pony, but most ponies kids ride.
A little mini. I wonder how do they get a mini horse? Do they breed a pony with a pony or what?
They I don't know. Somehow just kept breeding them smaller.
Breed a pony with a mini horse. I don't know what gene is dominant.
Yeah,
they're adorable.
They are.
Were you interested in horses when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, always.
You grew up with them?
I just always bugged my parents. That was all I ever wanted to do was ride.
More than a dog or a cat.
And I always thought on Christmas I was finally going to get a pony, and I never did. I always look all over the place like, where's my pony?
So when you graduated high school, did you go right into the horse business?
Well, I went to college. I started at UConn in their animal science program for horses, and they were really good. I learned a lot, but you didn't get all that much time in the program, and I wanted more time.
Yeah.
So then I went to college in Virginia, and then I got all the time I wanted, but they were nowhere near as good as
In Virginia?
UConn.
Equestrian courses?
Yeah, right? Isn't
And
this?
UConn has that too.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. They have a really
You knew right out of the
big
gate
program.
what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Did you ever think you'd become a judge?
I didn't, well, I shouldn't say that. I started going to horse shows and just sitting there and playing like, let's see how I would pin this class.
Yeah.
And I even would go into Madison Square Garden and sit there and judge the class at Madison Square Garden. And I was like, I'm, pretty much right on it, and I really like this, so
Yeah.
I decided to go ahead and do it.
She has one horse, and his horsey name is Fred Astaire, but you have another name for him.
Tucker is his barn name.
Tucker. That's
Yeah.
his home name. But when he goes out for show,
Then it's Fred
and he's
Astaire.
30 years young.
Yes, that's
Your
a good way to
horse.
put it. Yep.
What is their lifespan?
Well, some friends of mine, one of their horses lived to 46. But
46.
that's astounding. That's really, really rare.
Oh my, I had no idea that they lived that long.
Most of them don't.
They don't?
Yeah.
What
but,
makes it so that they can?
well, I think one thing is like my horse has such a desire to be alive, and he
Yeah.
just loves life. So that's part of it. And then, how you take care of him. He's always been very well cared for. And
Have you heard a lot about I think I'm really impressed by horse therapy.
Oh, yeah.
For kids with mental disability, whatever, or conduct disorder. I think it's great.
oh, they're so empathic.
Yeah, almost better than the ADHD medication that they told us parents to put them on.
Very
Oh.
much better, yes.
Yeah, I wish that, 15 years ago, that this had been prominent, or I had known about it, because all the medications they put on the kid. I mean, what else were we going to do? The parents were told in school, this is it, or your kid's out. And then
Yes,
they put
they
him in
are,
a special
yeah.
school where probably the kid doesn't belong.
Right.
I mean, he's smart, he's not slow. And,
Right.
Oh my God. Do you do any of that? Do you know people who do the...
I don't do it myself, but I do. I mean, I actually just see it at my barn. Like, some of the kids there have had very traumatic life experiences, and they just thrive at the barn. It's their happy place.
And they're not afraid of the big horse or anything. I wonder how that can be. That's amazing. I mean, if they brought a little horse in, they probably would think that it's like a big dog, they start patting him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, For the Love of the Horse, and this is by Ann Jamieson, she's from Connecticut, and this is volume 3. Now, I'm looking through this, and look at all the reviews she's gotten. I love this book. I couldn't put it down. I'm completely honored to be part of this book. You don't read this book, you feel it. That's important. Oh,
Yep.
gosh, yeah. Now, she has it all divided into cute sections about the different horses. We're going to go through that because it's fun. All right. Okay, one of the ones, tell us about Willie of the Winds.
Oh, he was just this pony that was just... ponies very often are very strong-willed, and he was very strong-willed, and he did things his way, and...
He was a pony.
He was a pony, but he was also a very good, talented pony.
What did he do? Did he do tricks?
No, for shows and trail riding and everything like that. But he would go off on trail with the kid and come back without the kid. And
Really?
And the mom would be like, "Uh-oh, he came back without her again."
But did he throw the kid off the...
Mhm.
What happened to the kid?
Oh, she was always okay.
She was okay.
Yeah.
She probably ended up walking back, right?
Yeah.
That is... A lot of people are afraid to get on a horse, but I've been on when I'm a neophyte, but I've been on it. I'm not afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's usually someone with you.
Right.
Yeah, like yourself, who knows exactly that horse, knows what the horse might do, so don't do it.
Right.
And it takes the fear away.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely. Here's another one. Rock stars. Theodore O'Connor. Who's that?
That's a pony.
That's the pony?
He's a pony also.
Oh.
But he evented at the very highest levels of
Yeah.
eventing with Karen O'Connor, she and her husband David are both major players in the eventing world.
Sure.
And everybody was like, well, pony's not going to be able to jump these huge fences. And he did, and he was a
He did.
star. And he was...
Is he still with us?
No, unfortunately. He had,
No. We are talking with Ann Jamieson. Ann, how can they get a copy of your book, For the Love of the Horse?
Well, They are on Amazon, but Amazon is very weird the way it has it. So if you want to get a copy from Amazon, what you need to do is put quotes around the title, For the Love of the Horse, and put whatever volume you want. So put For the Love of the Horse, Volume 2, for example, in Roman numerals, in quotes. And then you should come up with my book. Otherwise, it will give you books about homes and all these different things. And
Yeah.
I have no idea how their logistics work, but
And if they want to reach you personally, is there a website or your email that you'd like to share?
yeah, you can just reach me at my full name, which is Ann without an E, JAMIESON, and then the numeral 23 at Gmail. And I do have a website. It's just AnnJamieson.com.
Are you the only one in your family with this love of horses, or do the other ones follow suit?
I am the only one.
You're the only one. Your parents? Nobody. That's amazing. Do your children or grandchildren?
I don't have any kids.
Oh my! Well, your horse is your baby.
Yes.
Oh, so when you go home, does he immediately come trot right out to the
Oh
swing?
yeah, he screams when he sees me.
Yeah, and we have a cat like that. Attachment problem, though. I mean, I'm sure the horse doesn't follow you into the house, but our cat, if you take a shower or my husband leaves the house, he goes, oh.
Aww.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you know it. But if the horse did it, I think you'd be taking it to a horse psychiatrist, right? All right, here's another one. Easy Odie Whiz. Who was that?
That was a reining horse.
Or what was?
Reining is a Western discipline, and they're judged on different movements. Like they gallop really fast, and then they do a sliding stop, or they do spins, and then they have to do slow circles and then big fast circles, and they have a pattern, and they have to put the whole pattern together, and you have to do it all exactly correctly.
Yeah.
As I found out, I showed once in a reining class, and I was eliminated because I made too many spins. I made one too many spins, and the entire performance was for naught. So
They shut you down that quickly?
yeah, I was shocked. I was like, oh, I'm out because okay.
Why are the horse shows, dog shows, why are they so strict? It's an
Well,
animal.
most classes aren't that strict. You
No.
know, like if you have a refusal when you're jumping, you still get another chance.
Yeah.
But however they decided to score reining, that's what they decided. But it's really fun.
Yeah.
And this horse was obviously he was really good at it, and he loved it. And
Anne was saying that she was at the, the one in Springfield, the Eastern States Exposition. That is quite a trip.
it is
That is amazing. And there were 6 authors, you said?
3.
3 of them. And then they kind of made the space even smaller. That's not fair. You paid for the regular price, right? For the space?
Well, I just stopped doing it when they made it smaller because it just wasn't going to be worth it.
You can't put 3 authors on the same table in that space.
No.
Did you spoke up? Did you tell them?
I just said, I just didn't
Forget
even
it.
apply to do it.
Some of these spaces at fairs, I send my authors to fairs, that type of thing. And they say, well, why are you sending me to an arts and craft fair? I said, because you're going to stand out. The majority of people there are crafters and artists. Isn't painting enough? And they come, ooh, there's an author. And they stand out. So that's
a good idea.
Yeah, and
yeah.
a lot of them say, why are you sending me listings of local senior centers? I said, because they read, and also they have grandchildren.
That's true, yes.
Your book, to me, is at just about any age, from what, young
Yes.
adult and up.
Yeah, I purposely wrote it so that any age could read it, yes.
Do you go to many horse shows as an author also and set up at the shows?
I do that, yeah.
That's a great idea.
Well, thank you.
That really is. We seem to have everywhere I go around this area, there's a little, like a farm or a stable.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of horse farms in Connecticut, absolutely.
And Kent, you said is near New York, the New
Right.
York border. Now, I lived down in the Greenwich, Stamford, Norwalk area, but that's closer down that end. You're more close to this end. No?
No, let's see. Yeah, I'm farther north and then directly west.
How long did it take you to get here?
About 2.5 hours.
Wow. You are determined. That's fantastic. I think I found out about you. Wasn't it through the writers group or something there in Connecticut? What was it?
Oh, yes. Yes, that's right.
What's the name of the writers group you belong to?
I don't belong to it anymore.
No?
No, yeah.
No, not anymore.
But I was referred by them to.
Yeah.
So that was very
You
nice.
got your hands full with your horse. Do they schedule you for a lot of places where you have to judge every month?
It's been really bad with the pandemic. I mean, so many times I'm supposed to judge, and then someone gets corona, and the show gets canceled. And for 1 year, I mean, they were almost all canceled.
Really?
The governing body shut them down, which I agreed. You know,
Yeah.
that was before the vaccine.
Yeah.
That was the right thing to do. But you
Yeah.
know, that's my income, and all of a sudden it was gone. You know, so that was scary.
You can't do a horse show visually, or what do you call it?
Virtually.
Virtually online, and you really couldn't. Can you? Am I
You
right?
actually can. I actually did one.
Are you kidding? Really?
It was. They contacted me, and then they said they were holding a virtual horse show, and would I do it? And I'm like, okay, I've never done one, but I'm up for it. You know, let's do it. And it was actually pretty fun because you could you could stop the video and you could rewind it, and you're oh, see, I almost missed that. I said, okay, you know. Whereas in a show, if you miss something, it's gone. You're like, I think I saw something, but I'm not sure. You know.
Yeah.
But this way, I could go over everything and, yep, okay, I saw that, or no, I didn't see anything.
Are there many disputes when a judge makes their decision and the person does not agree with it? You have to be pretty strong for that.
Generally, when that happens, it's someone who really doesn't know anything and they're completely off base.
Yeah.
You know, like a kid won't win and a father will come up screaming, and the kid was on the wrong lead the whole time. You know, so like automatically out. You know, that's major. So gone. You know, and he's screaming. You know, like, well, I'm sorry, if she's on the wrong lead, that's it. You know.
Definitely. We're talking again with Ann Jamieson, and she is the author of this book, For the Love of the Horse. And again, how can they get in touch with you, and how can they get a copy of your book?
You can call me directly or email me directly at Ann, without an E, JAMIESON, and then the number 23 at Gmail. And you can get it on Amazon. They're all available on Amazon as long as you put quotes around the whole name, For the Love of the Horse, and then volume 1, 2, 3, or 4, whichever you want. And that's in Roman numerals. That's the only way it will actually pull up the book. Amazon has a very weird way of doing things. I don't know why, but that should get you the book and not off in some strange land, Amazon land.
Well, now you're going to have a copy in the library for the to be exhibited, or at the local or New England authors dedicated section, and authors can have a book there. If you want, I can donate mine, and it'd be great.
That'd be awesome. Sure.
Have you ever thought of teaching classes on equestrian process, that type of thing?
Well, I do teach at my barn.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I do, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, they come in a group or one by one?
It's groups that I teach. And then sometimes, I mean, I teach the younger kids, and then sometimes one of the adults will say, could you give me a lesson? And
That's great.
yeah.
There's a horse, years ago on the show I did, there's a horse in Mendon. Well, Sam the painting horse. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, I have,
In Mendon.
yes.
Yeah, they put literally the brush in his mouth.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it was interesting. Have you met them? Have you been there?
No, I haven't, but I guess I saw it on YouTube, actually. I think that's where I saw it.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
How she got the horse to do that? I mean, you know horses, and how many horses would want to do that? It was amazing to me.
It's amazing what horses can do. It really is.
They're almost human in a way.
They really are.
They sense. It's like a cat or a dog. They sense when something's wrong. Have you ever noticed with your horse that he knows when you're sick or you're not feeling well?
Oh, totally.
They kind of do a nuzzle with their head.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I love that. That
Yeah.
is amazing. Now, we go again. Now, here's another one. In the land of Genghis Khan, was that the horse's name?
No, that was just about I mean, we all know Genghis Khan and what a conqueror he was and everything, and it's about how horses contributed to that. He could never have done what he did without horses. You know, it's not just, I mean, there are companion animals and there are farm animals, but they've also been instrumental in just about everything we've ever done in every civilization. We couldn't have done things without horses.
You could travel. You didn't have cars back then.
Right.
I love the back picture of this. It looks...
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, like when Princess Diana, and all the royalty go in that carriage.
Yes.
That's what it looks like. Is that carriage from England, do you think? That doesn't look American.
It could be. Chester Weber is, I mean, he's an international competitor, and I don't know where he gets his carriages, but
what kind of horses are those?
Well, they're very, very specific to driving, and that actual story is about his lead horse, Jamaica. That horse was in a slaughterhouse. He was supposed to be slaughtered, and he had some kind of disease, so they couldn't slaughter him, so they had to pull him out of the slaughterhouse, and somebody else got him, and then they told Chester about him. And it's this amazing story of how he got this horse, and the horse is very difficult, but very, very talented and very athletic. And he and Chester worked things out, and he became he was horse of the year. I mean, he went
Well, the
from
horse wasn't feeling good. No wonder he was grouchy, right?
well, it was just some kind of skin condition that he had.
Skin, and that's
Yeah.
that's the only reason that they were going to destroy him.
No, that's why they couldn't destroy him.
Oh, because of that.
He was there because he was difficult to work with.
Yeah.
And the guy who had him just got fed up with him, and
But how did Chester find out about him?
whoever actually got him out of the slaughterhouse, I forget the actual sequence. I don't remember whether that was who the one who got in touch with Chester, or if somebody else saw him and got in touch with him. But he did get into the hands of someone very well known in driving, and that's who Chester actually got him from.
Where? How far did Chester have to go get him?
Oh my God! He was in Europe,
Oh,
and there was a truck strike, so the roads were all like, you couldn't drive on the main roads because the
Yeah.
trucks were blocking them all.
yeah.
So he had to take all these little back roads to get where he was going, and it took forever, and he stopped and he was like, do I really want to go there? This
Yeah.
is taking forever, and then we have to drive all the way back, but something made him keep going. And
So
he was-
Chester had to go to Europe, but they had to bring him back on a boat, right?
Oh, they flew him back.
I didn't know they could fly horses.
Oh yeah.
How do they do that? I thought that underneath where the animals are kept, the pets under the plane, was kind of small.
Well, no, the plane's just for horses.
Oh, but just for the horse.
Yes.
Well, I'm learning something on this for sure. Not that there's any question that I'll ever get on a plane. No. All right, now. Bubblicious? Who is that? Is that a girl horse?
No, it was
It was a boy horse?
yeah.
What's that one?
That was a pony.
A pony.
And,
That
you
was
know-
the pony you told us about?
No, this is another pony.
That's another pony.
There's quite a few ponies in there.
Are
Yeah.
ponies easier to train than grown-up horses, you think?
No, I think pony ears are tougher.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it's the other way around. The horses, the adult horses are easier to train than the ponies.
That's my feeling.
And God forbid on the mini horses that I like, I don't know how you could train a mini horse. I don't know if you can you? I don't know.
Yeah, they train them to drive.
Do they?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah, one of my friends has one, and she drives them, and he rides around her truck with her.
The pony,
Yep.
like a dog, just,
Yeah. She drives a big rig.
yeah.
And he comes in the rig with her.
Well, you go by people on the highway and say it's not good for the dog's ears, but the dog's hanging out in the
Yes.
car. That's what I thought you meant, that the pony was like, look now, would people be surprised to see that?
They sure
They
would,
think
yeah.
it's a dog.
Yep.
Who was the police horse? Who was he?
Oh, that was I think it was New York City. And, he was walking the beat, with his rider on him. And there was one, a deli or something like that, or, a little food market.
Yeah.
And he would go there to get carrots. And he would stick his head in the door and ask for his carrots as they were doing their rounds.
The food market, he would know where it was and would stop. Was it one of those markets on the street, like a kiosk?
I think it must have been so that he saw the vegetables and realized
And
that
he
was
knew. But
Yeah.
I hope they gave him a carrot.
Yes.
He wouldn't have been very happy.
Yeah, no, he got his carrot.
These are all true stories that Anne has in her book. For the Love of the Horse, they're all true. Easy to read. They're like, just like I'm doing. They're like this. I like your style. It's simple, it's to the point, and it tells the story.
Thank you.
Who was Garth, a.k.a. Harrison? Who was that?
That was actually a mule, and he was doing the Grand Canyon,
Yeah.
taking people down into the Grand Canyon and back up again.
Yeah.
And he got hurt, and they were going to put him down, and he got rescued, and so.
Another rescue.
Oh yeah, there's a lot
Does
of
this
rescue.
quite happen a lot?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
I don't have the heart to put. I mean, unless the animal was suffering. I mean, really suffering,
Mhm.
and they couldn't do anything. I don't know about you, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I couldn't either.
Oh,
But
God.
some people just don't want to be bothered. They don't want to take the time to get them better, and they don't see them as living beings. They just see them as an accessory, something to use them for whatever
Yeah, I'd
purpose.
say to them, "Hey, look, would you treat your grandmother the same way?" Really.
Right.
School bus. Who was that?
Oh, that was really cute. It was a long time ago, and it was you walked to school, and you didn't you walked miles to school.
Yeah.
And you walked, no matter what the weather was, you walked to school. And this kid got sick, and she was really sick. She couldn't walk to school. It was way too much to ask of her.
Yeah.
You know, so she had a little time to recover, but then she had to go back to school. But her mother knew, you know, I can't have her out there walking, you know. So they had a horse, and she would ride the horse to school and go in. The horse would come back home, and then the horse would go back to school and pick her up and take her back home again.
And she actually was well enough to get on the horse and ride him, right? I mean, kind of like...
Once she was well enough to get on.
How old was she? Little kid?
I don't remember her age.
What a really cool thing. What a loyalty on the horse's part.
Right? And that the horse knew, okay, at this time I go here and pick her up.
And they come back
Yep.
by himself.
Yep.
And did the mother have to tell him, okay, it's time to go? The horse knew?
He knew.
Talk about sensing what time it is.
Mhm.
We've got about 3 minutes left. Let's see. Bail Me Out, Striker. Who was that horse?
Oh, okay. That's actually, this horse is from Connecticut.
Yeah.
And this was this woman who she still has a bunch of horses, and her kids ride now, and her whole family is into horses. But this was her heart horse.
Yeah. That's fantastic. We've been talking with Ann Jamieson, and Ann is the author of For the Love of the Horse. This is volume 3. There is a volume 4 out. And one last time, how can they get a hold of you and your book?
You can either email me at Ann without an E and then JAMIESON23 @gmail, or I do have a website, AnnJamieson.com, and you can get them on Amazon as long as you put quotes around the full name, full title of the book.
This is great. I don't want to forget this. A Horse in Your Mailbox. Tell us about
Inbox.
this. Yeah, what is that?
It's since so many people are reading online now. I started this. It's a subscription, and people sign up for a year, or you can sign up monthly, and every week you get a new true horse story in your inbox.
And it tells every week a heartwarming true story about horses will be delivered to your inbox. Stories include all breeds and all disciplines, from international stars to backyard buddies, and all illustrate the timeless bond between horses and their humans. And check it out at www.ahorseInYourInbox.com. It's only $5 a month, or $50 for a year. Fans of Ann's stories include Georgina Bloomberg, Liza Trowell Boyd, and Stacy Westfall, and Chester Weber. Now, Chester's the guy that has like that English carriage with the horse.
Yep.
This is fantastic. Be sure to post it downstairs in one of the bulletin boards.
Oh, okay.
Because we get the word out more. Thank you, Ann, for traveling up here 2-something hours to get up here from Kent. But that's great. We want to get our authors out there more. You know, just because COVID's beginning to kind of loosen up here. And I tell the authors, they say, well, why are we doing it right now? I said, you want to contact them, you want to make sure they know you're available, and you can be one of the first on the list when they start scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being with us, Ann.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Anything else coming up besides the 4th volume? Are you going to switch or do anything? The 5th one?
There will be a 5th one, yep.
Let me know.
Mm-hmm.
If you're up to coming up, that'll be great. We'll see you next time. I'll be my guest.
Thank you.
Riding on a shooting star, heading out toward a dream. Tomorrow's even closer than it seems.